of like a hard time trying to focus at your house, you know, when you have a lot of pictures and videos that you have to edit. So you just need to just escape even for like an hour. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So, funny story. The studio that I'm at right now is the one that I've shot at several times before. And I originally had today planned for my first pinup shoot. Well, I forgot what day I had originally said with the model. And it turns out it was for tomorrow and not today. Unfortunately, by the time I figured that out, it was too late for me to cancel this booking. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna get work done. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, and eating breakfast. Hey, I wanna show you guys something cool. Check this out. All these people too, they're all members. So it's kind of cool that like I'm up here on here with some amazing photographers. I honestly don't feel like I should be on there though. It's just like these guys are hands down way better photographers than me. I haven't been doing this very long, but you know, I'm up there now. It's exciting and it's kind of scary, you know, because I am getting my name out there more and more. I'm building up my reputation. Still have anxiety like crazy when it comes to like going to events and meeting new people. Networking is super hard for me, but I'm doing it. I am doing it. Out of all the studios I was looking at, there's not very many in Colorado. Well, there's not very many in Denver. This one is by far my favorite. I'm actually really excited to be a member of this place. I mean, they always have different themes here, and for our Halloween, they got this like really cool setup in the other room. Watch, let's go check it out. It's pretty badass, right? Like, look at this. This is so cool. All the like the floating candles and whatnot. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with that. Well, this is the room that I did the Freddy Krueger shoot in, and it did not have any of this stuff here, like at all. So that's cool. People who run the studio, super amazing. They're really cool people, really chill. I'm just so socially awkward that I haven't actively tried to reach out to them. Like, yeah, I am a member here, but I'm way too scared to meet any of these people here. They're like, yeah, it's intimidating. But it's cool though, because I did meet some of them yesterday at this meetup that they host every other Sunday. And which, my very first meetup. I don't do well in large groups. I am socially awkward as fuck. But I did it, stepped outside my comfort zone, and made a couple of cool connections. So I'm using my GorillaPod, and I have this feeling that it's gonna fall. So if it falls, I'm sorry. This year, it's crazy. Like, things blew up for me, like in a good way. I started getting more recognized from people. I started getting a lot of followers on my Instagram account. Because if you would have asked me last year, you know, as far as how successful do you think you're going to be when it comes to photography, I would have never guessed this level. Like, I've gotten to the point where I'm doing product photography for small companies, nothing major, local businesses and whatnot. Yeah, it's like, it's nuts. I've met so many people, made so many connections. It's hard to believe that I've only been doing it for, well, a little over a year now. I got my first camera in 2018, So we can say 2 years, but in reality, like this whole like learning the ins and outs of stuff has only been a year. Damn. You know, I'm not gonna lie, there's been some interesting people that I met along the way that I probably would never work with again. But there hasn't been a whole lot of those, you know. It's for the most part been pretty cool. I'm learning how to say no to people, and right now I'm to the point where I very much know what I'm worth. Well, to an extent. Like, I'm still really, really nice, so I don't charge a whole lot of people for shoots. But I'm starting to do that now, because when you work with me, like, I'm starting to realize that my work is quality. Like, I had somebody tell me that my style really isn't a style. Like, I have no particular way I edit my pictures. And that in itself is kind of a style, because I bring personal touch to everything I do. And you know what? That makes sense. That's how it should be. Oh, by the way, this is the week that I decided to take vacation. I'm spending my vacation here. Well, at least for today and tomorrow. Look, I can't really travel right now because I'm still a little iffy when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm doing a staycation. And during this whole staycation, I'm taking a lot of photos. And I mean a lot. But I got to make sure that I just don't overdo it, because I do have this like really bad tendency to take on a lot more than I can handle. Yeah, it's terrible. I do that a lot. I've gotten better, but I still do it way more than I should. I swear, my laptop is gonna like catch on fire or something one of these days. That thing sounds like it's dying. But it's a brand new laptop. I just got that like maybe less than a year ago. It just sounds like a jet engine. I like this room. I got like really big plans for it. That's a pretty badass skull. No, I'm just chilling right now. I only have like 15 minutes left, then I gotta head out. It is so surreal that like people are starting to recognize my work. Like, it's crazy. And I'm not talking about like my family photos, my senior portraits, stuff like that. I'm talking about like people are really starting to recognize my more artistic stuff. But I need to figure out how to make money off of that. That's my biggest struggle right now. Like, yeah, I'm setting these boundaries, telling people that like I don't do TFP shoots just with anybody. But I'm still doing some of them, especially with people who I've been wanting to work with. But I need to figure out how to get these shoots paid. Like, bottom line, I don't know how to do it. I'm hoping that if I do more and more YouTube stuff, that eventually YouTube will be my number one outlet to fund my creative stuff. Oh man, that would be so nice. But I gotta stay consistent. That's the key. Right? Right. Because consistency, everybody knows if you're consistent on something, you'll gain more attention. That's kind of how my Instagram is blowing up right now. I just need to do that for YouTube, and then I can be 100% full-time creator. Until then, unfortunately, I'm still only part-time. Don't worry, you'll get there eventually. You just gotta have patience. You're right, I do gotta have patience. I just realized that this whole vlog really didn't have a point to it. It was just me more rambling, and for that, I'm sorry. Unless you enjoyed it, then I'm not sorry. You know, thank you for watching and supporting and whatnot. But if you didn't enjoy it, yeah, sorry about that. I just am really excited to, be able to work here in this studio. I'm excited to meet people, and I am excited to just make money and just create. And I'm gonna get to the point where I can do that full time. I know I am. It's just gonna take some time. 3 years ago, it was more like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I remember getting so drunk and saying that I'm gonna be YouTube famous and I am going to just be rich. Well, actually, I don't know if I said rich, but I did say YouTube famous, and I was plastered when I said this. So I'm not YouTube famous, which is fine. But on the photography side, I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. And yeah, if I can stay consistent with YouTube as much as I am with my photography, I know that I am going to be a full-time creator. I'm giving myself 1 year's time to do this. We'll see what happens. All right, everybody. Well, I gotta head out. It's time for the next people to come in and do their thing in the studio. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Love, peace, hair grease. Stay greasy, everybody.